Oh man, I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna say we are downtown at the waterfront. We're at the conference center. And this morning, you know what, guys? Disappointments and difficulties are a part of life. How we handle them is the true test. You get knocked down. Can you get up again? So here to tell us not only how to stay afloat, but to make it back to shore is founder of Positioning Youth for Greatness, Sashell Hall. Hey, Sashell, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Julia. Good morning, Simone. Good morning,
Good
listeners.
morning. Wonderful. Sashell, oh my gosh. This morning I thought about it and I said, challenges never end. We're going to keep getting them over and over and over and over. But when they keep coming at you, what's the best way to approach them? We're saying overcome them. What's the approach? Lie down on the
Okay,
bed and ball?
well, that's a part of it too. Sometimes you have to cry it out. But in terms of difficulties, one of the things that I've adopted in my own life, Delia, is just taking it one day at a time. I used to be very, you worry a lot. You're thinking about next year and next year don't come yet. You're thinking about 2 months from now and it doesn't come yet. You have to, one of the approaches that we have to take to difficulties, take it one day at a time. Let tomorrow worry about itself. Every day has its own troubles. And so take it one day at a time, and that will help in terms of just helping with the challenges and overcoming them. And also, one of the other things that I'll say is talk to somebody, get therapy, get counseling, because just coming out of a pandemic, the world that we're living in, the different challenges that the world has itself. Sometimes it's good to get therapy, go into a counseling session, especially for our men. I know sometimes our men, we don't want to talk to anybody, but it's really good to get counseling, get therapy.
Yeah, we talk about therapy all the time. Therapy, unfortunately, can be very prohibitive for a lot of people, the cost of it at any rate. So if you can't find a counselor, talk to somebody, a friend, a trusted friend, a confidant, a pastor, or somebody, but just talk, because if you lock it up, it will mad you.
Yes.
Sashell, you have been through it, girl. Girl, you've been
Tell
there.
me about it.
You've been there. So you're speaking from what we would call a position of knowledge. High school dropout twice, teen mom, incest, abuse, suicidal thoughts, depression, anxiety, rejection, poor life choice. I could go on, but you're still here. And now you are a youth coach and the founder of the global youth brand PYFG, Positioning Youth for Greatness movement. What was it that allowed you to push through those knockdowns, the 7 times fall, but to get up 8?
Well, you just said it perfectly. We'll have to understand that, obstacles are a part of life, failures are a part of life. I didn't understand that fully, that, I could, overcome obstacles. Sometimes things happen. I dropped out, as you said, Simone, I dropped out of high school 2 times. I got pregnant at 15. And so, those things would have, caused me to feel like a failure, caused me to feel like I'm no good, I'm worthless. But then I had to come to the realization that it doesn't matter what I've gone through, I have to just put the past behind me and I have to get up. So I had to talk myself out of it. One of the other things that really helped me was a strong church community, also great mentors, and also just my personal faith, my personal walk with God. God told, the word of God says, it doesn't matter who leave you, it doesn't matter who forsake you, but he will never forsake you. And so just finding purpose, finding identity, for sure, that I was born for a purpose. I was born to win. I was born to do great things. And so I had to understand that I'm not a biological accident. And so I have to just get up and feel it's a part of life.
I mean, now you're talking about church, but Sasha, when you were speaking, you were saying, listen, even the church run me out. The church can't manage you. And so there are a lot of young people who are watching this morning that have been in that position where everyone, the community, parents, church, school, said, we've had enough of you. We can't manage you. What do you say to a young person like that who feels like my life means nothing to anyone?
First of all, that's not true. Your mistake doesn't define you. And also, whatever, I remember, how positioning youth for greatness started was one of the things that the Lord told me was everything that you're going through is positioning you for greatness. I'm like, God, how can teen pregnancy, how can all of these things be positioning me for greatness? And when I thought about it, is you learn from them. There are things that you had to walk through in the process that built your character, that built your resilience. And so to all those young people, listen, you can get up. It doesn't matter what people say, is what you believe about yourself. And so you can get up. You can get up. So that's what I would say.
Yeah. And probably also to let them know that getting up is a process, right?
It's a process.
It's a process. So it doesn't happen, it's not going to happen tomorrow or next week or next month or even next year. But the key is to realize that you can and you will if you keep at the process. Because sometimes we give ourselves a time frame. And you have people in the air saying, when you're going to get up, man, stop going, son of man, time fix up yourself. Come on, snap out of it. I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. Snap out of it, get over it. But it's a process.
It's a process.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying positioning you for greatness. And that sounds to me as if you are putting yourself in a place that you can become great or that you can realize your greatness.
Deliberately so.
Deliberately so. How do you position yourself?
Okay, thanks for that question, Delia. So one of the things that we'll have to understand is we were all born with seeds of greatness inside of us, meaning there was something that God placed in us before we came on this earth to do and to be. And so one of the things that we have to do is to find that. So one of the ways that we position ourselves is to join movements like Positioning Youth for Greatness, get mentors, volunteer, get involved, find out what is it that God placed on the inside of me? What is it that I was born to do? What is it that I was born to be? What are my gifts? The Bible talks about our gifts will make room for you. The things that we're good at points to what we were born to be and do. And also the things that we've gone through, or pain or traumas, the good things, the bad things, all of those things give us clues to our destiny. So greatness is pretty much positioning yourself for greatness is pretty much positioning yourself to step into your destiny and to create an impact and to be that solution to the world.
Okay. Listen, she's now a proud mom, entrepreneur, international speaker. If anybody can tell you about repositioning yourself, it's Sashell, right?
Good girl. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Thank you so much for talking to us this morning, and all the best on the rest of your journey, lady. Thank you for doing what you're doing and sharing your mess to making a message for everybody else. Founder of Positioning Youth for Greatness, Sashell Ho, that's this morning's. Thanks, Sashell.